All right. Yes. So today's topic, we are going to learn about math functions, the most math functions used in Excel. So I've listed down it with the single liner, answers to it. Okay. So let's see one by one how it is useful, right? And how we can make use in our own scenarios or situations to get our respective results. Okay. So to start, begin with, we have got basic numeric information. We have got mathematical operations, rounding functions, right? So when we say rounding functions, these are the ones which fall under rounding functions. These are basic mathematical operations what we are using here. Okay, and this is the numeric information related. We are going to use this basic numeric information. All right. So when you talk about random numbers to get the random results just for sampling or testing something kind of like this kind of scenarios, we have got the rand and rand between formulas or functions. The most used functions are your sum ifs, count A. By this way, we have got 19 of it. Okay. So we are going to see one by one. Okay. So for example, let's start with your basic numeric information. That is ABS. When I click on ABS, what is ABS is? ABS is where we get the absolute result of it. Okay. Absolute result of it. So for example, let's say if I type here as like 4.5 or -6. So all the minus values, if you see here, the absolute, what we'll do, what is the definition of the absolute? What absolute says? See, right? Anything returns the absolute value, that is the modules of a supplied number, right? Means anything which is in minus, right, will give it the yes, right. So it gives an absolute value. That is the modules of a supplied number. Okay. Now let's talk about sign. What exactly the sign is, right? So what it states, returns the sign plus or minus or zero for a supplied number, right? So what is this GCD, LCM, right? These are the basic things which we learned, right? So what does this means? Returns the greatest common divisor of a two or more supplied numbers. So Control K is the shortcut key. Click on GCD and apply the hyperlink. Okay, when I click it, yeah. Now you see I've got 12, 48 and 112. So what is the divisor here? Say, returns the greatest common divisor of two or more supplied numbers. So when I've got this numbers like 2 or 3, or if I've got a whole list, in that case, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a formula and provide the values to get our greater common divisor here. 12 fours are 48, 48 fours are, right? Correct? Yes. So this is GCD, sorry. This is LCM. This is the lowest common multiple of two or more supplied numbers, right? So, okay. So how it is going to work? See, equals to LCM. Give the list. Provide the list. The answer is 336. All right. So this is your LCM. Now, the basic mathematical operations is like the most common what we use is sum. There are two ways to do it. One is alt plus equal to. Now let's say we have got list of options. All right. And I want to sum it up. So what I can do is two ways. Alt equals to, well, write the sum function for me. Yep. And or else equals to sum, press the tab key, you'll get open parenthesis and provide the range to it and press enter. This is the common function which everyone knows to do it. All right. Next is product. When you say product, so it is multiplying to it. Now, for example, let's say I've got a count of 8 numbers with me in a particular range. Now, if I have to calculate it, now let's say if I have to calculate this with this, so the answer would be 8. If I have to calculate with this, what will be the answer? 48. 48 fives are 130. Correct? Right? See, 48 into 5. 48 into 5 is, sorry, 240. Right? My bad. All right. See, what is getting here? Answer is 7 5 is 35. 35 fives are then 35. You know? So by this way, with the help of product, what you'll get is you'll get your results by providing the range. See, multiplies all the numbers given as an arguments. So if I give this list, my answer is exactly right. It multiplies the multiple, arrays. What do you give? Next is the same thing, the power, right? So returns the result of a given number raised to a supplied power. So when I say power, yeah, yes, 9, 5 times equals to power, provide the number, comma, provide the power. 6 6 are 36, 36 6 are. Is it correct what I'm saying or no? See, let me make this fixed to avoid the confusion. As it is ran between, to make it pay special values, Control C to copy, Alt ESV is the shortcut. All right. Now let's come back to this 216 wala answer. How we got this 216? Now let's say if 6 what happened? It 6 times, right? But here how it is getting calculated? 6 into 6. Got it? 6 into 6 into 6, right? By this way, we have to just provide the number and a power to it. You know how many times it has to, multiply. Same thing as goes with square root, right? So product, power, square root, mode. So these are the basic mathematical operations. Now, let's say aggregate. Yes, aggregate. Now you see these are the list of values. 1, 4, that is function number, that is options, array. If you have the k value, you can provide it as it is in square bracket, so it is optional. So let's say here equals to aggregate, returns an aggregate in a list of database. Press tab. Now you see what you have got, whether you want average, count, count a, max. So these are the numbers placed here. According to that, you are going to apply. Let's say if I want to do the sum, so what I'm going to apply? And apply 9 to it, comma. Again, what it states, this time we are asking for options. Like Ignore nested subtotal and aggregate functions. Ignore hidden rows, nested subtotals and aggregate functions. Ignore error values nested, right? If I say ignore nothing because I don't have any condition here, so I'll just double click this, comma, array. What is my array? This is my array. All right, close the bracket. The answer is 306. So what is this 34? It is applied here is 1. So what is 1 here? 1 would be your average. So when you want the average of your whole range, all right. Now next, we'll see round. When you talk about round functions, let's click on round. Control K. Just apply place with this document, just for the information. So when you click on round here, we are applying a hyperlink which will redirect to the round particular sheet name round. Now you see how many we have got, like how many decimals? More than 2. Yeah. In that case, if you want to reduce and keep it as per your decimal point, you can do it with the help of round. Equals to round. Give the value and how many number of digits you want to show. Let's say 2. So it will be like 453.28. That is round. What is round down? Round down refers to what is the difference here you see. When I say it is like 3.19, which means it is 3.2. But round down, what will do? It will go to the previous value, prefix value. Okay, previous value. Same with round up. If it is 3.31 or anything it will convert to 32. Okay. If I say like 752, 755.572. So this becomes 0.57. When I say round up, it becomes a greater to it, decimal, right? First, second position, 10th position. So it is increasing by like directly 0.572, it becomes 0.58. Next is trunk. Number of digits. So yeah, I've provided no digits. So there is with no decimal. If I provide with 2, yes. So it is like 69.6. So that's why it is giving the value as 1770. Yeah. So what it is considering? It is considering as like 0.5 would be like in a middle stage, 0.50. Yeah. But when you are saying 0.60, yeah. So from 6, it is like 1770. If I talk about int, so what is the formula of it? Speak. Rounds a number down to the nearest integer. Nearest integer. Down. What it does? Down. What it says? Down. So down means it will go the previous value. So if it is 0.6, it will round off to your down value is 1769. This is through the help of integer. Next is even. So it gives only a even output. See, if it is 9, which is odd, in see 6, 8, 6, 2, 0, 6, 0, 2, 6, right? So these are all results ending with the even. It converts into even. So it depends whether it has to round up or down or trunk. So it applies appropriately and it gives the result nearby to the even, nearby to your result. Yeah, but it will be in a form of what result? Even. Next is ceiling. Ceiling means it will not check your 6, 9 also. Directly it makes overall round figure of 18. Yeah, if it is 755, it is giving directly 800. 646, it is giving it as 7. Got it? This is how ceiling works. Now, if I talk about math functions, so here we have gone with the round. The next is rand and rand between. Yes, random numbers. So if I click on rand, all right. So as you know, rand between bottom, let's say 1 and maximum, let's say 100 or 1000. I'll close it. So any number, whatever you are going to get is like, yeah, that is rand between. And the rest of the functions are the common one, like, sum if, count a, count ifs, which you have already seen, right? We have practiced with sum if and sum ifs. Same goes with your. So the important one is count A. Let's say what is count A? We have not gone through it across. We know the count, how it counts it. What is the difference between count and count A is? Count, what it does, counts the number of cells in the given range that contains numbers. But count A, what it does, counts the number of cells in the given range that counts. Matlab, anything which in count, whenever there is number, then only it will count. But in the case of count A, counts the number of cells in the given range. Whatever it is updated or available, it is going to count. Okay, that is how your count works. See, I'll show you an example. Control K, count A. So I've got this list of values where I've got alphabets also and number also. Yeah. What count A will do? It will include your alphabets also. It doesn't matter to it like what is updated. If anything you update, it starts to count. Yeah. But in this case, same if I go with count function. So if I say equals to COUNT tab and check. Say it says only one because it has found out only one numeric. But in this case, what is happening? It doesn't matter what you have or not. If I delete this and if I give space and enter, see, it includes space also. Okay. This is the difference between this is count A, where it does not matter. You have got the characters, you have got numbers. Here, count, where it allows only number. In that case, count is going to help. Right? So let's go to the next function. Count if and count ifs. Same like your sum ifs, right? Which we have seen in the chapter 3 array formulas, right? The same way we have got for count if and count ifs. So what is count blank then? What do you mean by count blank? Here you have got a list and you want to identify the blank. Let's say this is a long list. So it starts to count your blank values for a particular, whatever it is null. See what is the formula? Count blank A B3 to B8. All right. Now you see the blank. How much I've got? 1, 2, 3, 4. Same thing, count if. So let's say I've got a list of name of countries which are repetitive. I want to know how many times it has repeated. The unique names are India, Singapore, China, UK, and US. So here what is happening? It is counting it, like how many counts you have. Yeah. So India is repeated how many times? 12 times. Okay. Let's apply the filter and check the count manually as I'm doing this manually. Here we have done with the part of with formula. Now you see when I count this, the answer is 12. Here at the bottom, if you check, the answer is 12. The same way it is doing here. Now, when you have got a criteria to meet, where you have got region also and employee also, then you'll create a unique names in a rows and the regions into the column level. Yep. So this is like one of the table to be created. Now, with the help of this count ifs, what I can do is I can identify Amit where he has worked and what was his count, how many times. So let's say the answer is 2 and 3 here. Yes, with the help of count if function. Practice it if you have feeling any doubt. All right. Now, same way we have got average, average A, average ifs, right? Which continues. We have got max. So what is the max here? So it gives the maximum value to you from the list. If I write equals to max, and if I select the whole, yes. So the highest value in my list is 70. Yes, that is what max will do. Same thing in max A. It does not bother whether whatever you have got alphanumeric or numeric. Okay. Your max A will help you. Like equals to max A. Provide the values. Simple. Answer as 1. Okay. I've got the answer as 1 as like we have got 0, 0 0.5, 0 0.123. So the maximum is 1. Yeah. So here I have got the result as 1. So these are very basic ones and very easy, right? You need to just practice once and get it recorded so that any point of time, any small things to be happen, it will be helpful to you if you are used to, if you know it, so that you can deliver your work on time. Yes. So by this way, you can work for min A, last. This one. All right. So I'll be sharing this recording. Just go through it, practice it. Yep. And we'll complete with the part of math.